afternoon, Mr. Drucker.
Oh, good afternoon. Hi.
I'm Dr. Craig. We've met before.
Yeah. Well, this is a self-service store. Help yourself to what you want.
Well, actually, I didn't come in to buy anything. I just wanted to thank you for that nice article you wrote about my being associated with Dr. Stewart.
You like it?
Oh, yes. And I very much appreciate your putting the item in the back of the paper.
Oh, yeah, it was in the back of the paper, all right. So far back, I thought I was going to have to put out a P.S.
Well, you couldn't have handled it any better.
I couldn't?
No, well, you see, most small-town newspapers would have taken a story like that, put it on the front page, and then made big headlines out of it.
They would?
But you, knowing that doctors shun publicity, treated it just right.
Well, yeah. As editor-in-chief, you have to be up on all that stuff.
How many are there on your staff?
You mean counting editorial staff, the reporters, the sports department, the advertising manager, and the wire service personnel?
Yes.
One? Me.
You mean you put out this wonderful newspaper all by yourself?
Every word of it, from the weather report to the obituaries.
That's unbelievable.
Well, you're new here in the community. After you've been here a while, I got work to do.
Well, you know, I think I'll buy another copy of this. I want to send it to a friend of mine on one of the big metropolitan dailies back east.
You got a friend on one of those big papers?
Mm-hmm. The managing editor. I want to show him that they don't have a corner on all the talent.
Do you imagine my paper being read by one of those... You go ahead, you do whatever you want. It don't make any difference to me one way or the other. If you want to send it airmail special delivery, there are some stamps in the drawer.
No, thanks. I want to include a note. The old philosopher says. You mean you're also the old philosopher?
I said I write every single word of it.
The old philosopher says, don't let your dog days hound you by barking up the wrong tree. You thought of that?
All by myself. Read the next one.
Remember this pearl of wisdom from the great seashell of life. Clam up when you're steamed. Oh, you really are a philosopher.
Well, they come to me just like that. The minute I think of one, I jot it down. Oh, I got a whole box full of them. Would you like to see them?
Oh, yes, I'd love to.
Well, make yourself comfortable.
Oh, your poor son. Oh, that's a shame.
Well, that's all right. As an old philosopher says, don't cry over spilled paint.
Girls, I hate to tell you this, but you're a disgrace to the maternal order of hens of America. Don't like the truth, huh? You see that light bulb? I put that light up there so you wouldn't know whether it's daytime or nighttime. That way you're supposed to lay eggs around the clock. Now, lately, you haven't been coming up to your quota because some wiseacre's been turning off the lights. Now, I'm not accusing you dames, because personally, I don't think you're that smart. But I would like to find out who your accomplice is. I'll leave that on. In closing, I'd like to say this. If each and every one of you don't come up with 6 eggs by Saturday, we'll be enjoying you on Sunday, if you get what I mean. Now, what do you say to that? Oh, yeah? Well, I mean it. Okay, who's the smart aleck? Oh, so you're the culprit, you flea-bitten pot roast. You better run.
So this is where you are. I've been looking all over for you. Dinner's ready.
Well, it's about time. You should have been at the table 3 minutes ago.
Guess what, Uncle Joe? Dr. Craig cooked dinner tonight.
Dr. Craig, I'll eat up the Pixley Diner.
Well, you can't do that. She went to a lot of trouble.
That's all we need to have a doctor cooking for us.
Oh, I don't know. She seemed to know what she was doing.
I bet her coffee tastes like quinine, and the gravy like penicillin.
Uncle Joe, don't be like that. She's a very nice lady.
Yeah, well,
Come on, don't be grumpy. I'm sure it'll be a very delicious meal.
I'm not going to like it.
Uncle Joe, at times you can be so... Well, come on. Let's not think about that. Let's concentrate on the times when you're charming and debonair and a real gentleman. Please, for my sake.
Well, I think that's about everything.
Here, you start it off. Dr. Craig made beef stroganoff especially for you.
Stroganoff? What's that, French for leftovers?
I do hope you like it.
I'm a chicken and dumpling man myself.
Well, do you like it?
Well, I can always fill up on bread.
I wonder how Billy Jo's doing with her singing engagement.
From the sound of her record that she played for me, I'd say she's knocking him dead.
I hope so.
Hey, Mike, get off of that furniture.
I don't see the dog.
I guess you crawled on the sofa.
Here we are.
Oh, does that look good? Deep dish apple pie and homemade ice cream.
Well, I hope you like it better than my stroganoff.
I doubt it. Down through the years, I've been pretty spoiled.
Uncle Joe.
Sorry, but that's the way it is.
Well, if you don't want it, I do. I thought you didn't want it.
Just trying to keep you from being a hog.
Is that good? Heavenly. Gorgeous. Divine, really.
I didn't know you were down here. You know, I have a habit of reading in bed at night, and so I just came down for a glass of milk.
I was getting a glass of milk myself. Well, whenever I have a glass of milk, I always like to have something to wash down, not waste the milk.
Too bad you couldn't have picked something that you like better rather than my beef stroganoff and deep dish apple pie. Oh, hello, little fella. I tell you what, why don't we give him this?
No.
You can have some of that nice leftover meatloaf in the icebox.
Well, the reason I don't want him to have it, he's in training. He's too fat for his own good. Look at his bay window. Why don't you go and jog?
And why don't I warm this up for you?
Well, there's no need of that.
But I want to. Now, my father told me that the man is king of the house, and the woman must wait on him. Well, I'll warm that stroganoff up. It'll be ready in just a few minutes. And then you can have this for dessert later.
No. I can't wait. I'm going to have this first, then the stroganoff. She didn't fight fair. She hit me in my Achilles heel, my stomach.